coming to my channel today. What I would like to do tonight is to speak a little bit about meditation and how we can integrate it into our lives and make it a part of our daily routine. So I have managed to do this, and I have a very wandering mind, so I really believe that if I can do it, you can do it. And I thought that it might be kind of beneficial for me to share some of my tips, what worked for me, and how I decided I wanted to start meditating every day and how I was actually able to do it. Because if you've ever tried meditating before, you know that deciding you want to do it and actually doing it are typically two completely different things. So, for me, what got me really interested in meditation, thinking that it was really worth it and that I was going to put in the effort to learn, because that's the key. It is kind of something you have to learn. It usually doesn't come naturally. So you have to work at it quite a bit. But it's worth it. And what made me realize that is when I actually heard of all the benefits that meditation has in all the ways that it would benefit me. And that's when I realized that it's something that I was doing for me. Whenever I had tried to meditate before, I had some other motivation. I don't even know what it was, but it wasn't to genuinely help myself. It was more like it was something that seemed neat and that I should try. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the benefits of meditation, but there are so many resources out there who can explain it a lot better than I can. A lot of books. Right now, I'm in the middle of reading 10% Happier by Dan Harris, who says that meditation and meditating on a regular basis makes you about 10% happier, which may not seem like a lot, but for something that really only takes a few minutes a day, that's pretty significant, and I definitely think it's worth it. So I would recommend checking out that book. And I also wanted to just read you a little bit from this article that I found on Healthline. It's called 12 Science-Based Benefits of Meditation. So some of you might be asking, first of all, what are the benefits of meditation and why should I be doing it? So I just wanted to include this in here because there are a lot of benefits and there are a lot that I didn't realize. And once I heard all of the benefits, that's what pushed me over the edge and made me decide that it was worth the effort to learn how to become a daily meditator. So, this article says that people use the practice of meditation to develop other beneficial habits other than increasing awareness. Reducing stress and developing concentration. So they can also use it to develop other beneficial feelings like a positive mood and outlook. It's a way of self-discipline and can even lead to healthier sleep patterns and increased pain tolerance, which is very, very interesting. And I can't believe that that's the case, but it is. So, it says that it's gonna go on and on here about the different benefits, but I just wanted to read you what these 12 benefits are, just so you have an overview going into it, and you can decide if these potential benefits are worth it to you to start meditating. So, number 1 is that it reduces stress, it controls anxiety, promotes emotional health, it enhances self-awareness, it lengthens your attention span, it may reduce age-related memory loss, it can generate kindness, it may help fight addictions, it improves sleep, helps control pain, it can decrease blood pressure, and you can meditate anywhere. So that is so true. And that's also interesting. And there were a few studies that I read and that I heard about where it was discussing the effects of meditation in different people. So there are all these benefits, but a lot of times these benefits are experienced by those more experienced meditators. So if you are a casual beginner meditator who doesn't meditate very often, your levels of brain activity will spike a little bit after meditation, but not that much. If you are someone who meditates regularly, these levels of brain activity spike extremely high after and during meditation. So I thought that was really interesting because I have meditated before, but I haven't necessarily felt all of the benefits, but it's because it was sporadic. I wasn't very experienced at it, and I thought that was kind of as good as it got. So knowing that the truth is, once you're experienced, the benefits are almost exponential. So these studies that I read, they're talking about your levels of compassion and empathy and how they spike extraordinarily after you meditate if you are an experienced meditator. So I just found that so interesting, and it made me want to actually try and stick to a schedule, meditate every day. And so I want to just talk to you a little bit about how I actually did that, and how you can do it too. So it's really intimidating to me to think about meditating for 30 minutes. A lot of times I don't have an extra 30 minutes to sit down and meditate. So here's my theory. I believe that the most important moments of your day are the moments right when you wake up and the moments right before you fall asleep. So what I've been doing lately is meditating for only 5 to 10 minutes right when I wake up in the morning and right before I go to bed at night. So right when I wake up in the morning, before I never had much extra time, so I started waking up a few minutes earlier, which I thought would be hard, but it actually was easier than before, because when I woke up, I was really tired, but now I know that I'm not just getting up, rushing, and running out the door and having a stressful morning. I'm more excited and happy to get out of bed because I know that the first thing I'm going to do is have a really relaxing few minutes of resting my eyes and resting my body and meditating. So if you're like me, when you first open your eyes in the morning, you don't want to get up because you're overwhelmed with the amount of things that you have to do right when you get up, then that will be a life changer and it will actually help you wake up earlier. So that has been super life changing for me. And then at night, I just meditate for 5 to 10 minutes before I fall asleep. So I'm literally lying in bed. It's like right before I go to sleep, and I always fall asleep while I'm doing my meditation. So this is why I recommend, if you can, doing it both in the morning and at night, because a lot of times I find that I fall asleep at night while meditating, which is actually a good thing. But it also is nice because of, like I was saying, about all those benefits that you experience after meditation. If you're just sleeping, it's helpful, but to really get the most out of it, I think it's important to also be doing it in the morning. So I'll just tell you a little bit about how I actually do it, because like I said, deciding you're going to do it and then actually closing your eyes and trying to meditate are two totally different things. So I'll give you a quick 5-minute demo of how I actually meditate every single day. So whether it be first thing in the morning or the last thing at night, what I do is basically the same. In the morning, I will sit up. At night, I will lie down. Other than that, it's like the same thing. So I take a pretty basic, generic approach to meditation, but I encourage you to do whatever works for you. This is just what I started out doing and what helps me stick to it. So what I do is I sit/lie down and I close my eyes and I focus on my breathing in and out, in and out. And I try and take deep, slow breaths that are really good actually at clearing the mind. And my thoughts always wander, which everyone's probably will at first. But how I get myself to stick to that clearing of the mind rather than just letting the mind wander, is I think my breaths in, or my breaths in, my breaths out. I breathe out all the thoughts from my mind. So if I'm breathing in and I notice that I'm thinking about something, my mind has wandered, on my out breath, I release the thought from my mind. So I find that helps. And one other thing that helps a lot is to attach something visual to this breathing. So even though I have my eyes closed, I can picture something in my mind that helps me stay focused. So what I like to do is attach this circle to my breath. And when I'm breathing in, the circle is expanding. When I'm breathing out, the circle is contracting, getting smaller. So when I find my mind is wandering, I bring myself back to that circle. I picture that circle, and then all thoughts leave, and I'm just thinking about the circle and my breath. And most of the time that works. Once in a while, my thoughts are just too strong and they still wander, even though I'm thinking about the circle. I'm focusing on my breath. And when that happens, I try and picture every single detail about the circle that I can. And I just find that the more that you focus on that one thing, the more that everything else just goes away. So I think, what is the thickness of the circle? Is this circle just like a thin little line, or is it a thick circle? What color is the circle? Things like that. And I try and really focus on it. I try and see it in my mind, like if it was actually right in front of me in real life, as I'm breathing in and as I'm breathing out. And that is what works for me really, really well. So I'm still a beginner at this point, and I think that the benefits I'm experiencing are definitely those of a beginner. But as I practice meditation and as I learn more about it, as it becomes easier, I'm really looking forward to having it be more of that form of self-discipline and almost a way that you can control your emotions. Because sometimes I need help with that, and I think sometimes we all do. So I think we can all relate to feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and anxious about one thing or another in life. So this is the way that I'm working towards coping with everything and trying to manage my emotions and my thoughts a little bit better. So thank you for watching. I hope it was kind of helpful. If you have any tips on how you meditate on a daily basis, I would love to know, because I'm still learning. But if you're interested in starting this journey, then I really want to know how you're doing. Please let me know, and we'll be in this together. So I wish you all the best, and if you're about to go to sleep right now, try meditating. Just try closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, focusing on a circle, and I guarantee you will fall asleep while doing that. So thank you for watching. Hope it helped you a little bit. I'll talk to you really, really really soon. Bye.